Welcome to the Audience Insight section. So, the Audience Insight section gives you detailed information for audiences. And to find it, all you have to do is click on the menu, scroll down, and you will see it under the Analyze and Report section. So, like creating a saved audience, you can either choose to use an interest as your source, or you can choose an audience connected to a page. So if I just choose one of my pages, this one big enough for the moment. Okay, yep. So I just took the location off to worldwide. So what this does, this will give you all sorts of data on your audience, the audience of this page. So what you can do, you have your age and gender information. Is the people that like your page. You have the relationship status and the education level. If the page is big enough, you'll also have job title. And then what you can do is navigate into the page like section. What this will do, if your page is big enough, I'm just showing you an example when your page isn't big enough. Let me just change this to a page. Let's do. This is just a venue in Leeds. So what you can do, go to the page like section, and this will show you similar pages to what your audience likes. So notice these kind of red target symbols next to some of the names. You'll probably you won't see this in your audience insights, as this is the functionality of a Google Chrome plugin called Interest Explorer. Now, I'm not one who regularly purchases much third-party software, but this is one of the best investments I've made. This solved a very time-consuming task of cross-referencing certain pages to see if you could target them for detailed targeting. So if you're regularly running large-scale event marketing campaigns and you need to find new customers, build new audiences, this tool costs $99 for a lifetime subscription, and it's well worth the investment. So this is kind of the landing page, tell you all about it. The domain is interestexplorer.io. And it works with, I'd say, 95% of these targets. Like some of them are too broad, like Wire and Gorilla, they're too broad, but these other things, so like Parklife Festival and We Are Festival, these are things that you could then target as detailed targeting. So as you can see, Parklife Festival, We Are Festival. So I mean, you can target these as interests, which means you kind of can build up this good audience of relevant people. So what you can also see, so at the top you've got the top categories that relate to your page and relevant pages within each category. The second section shows you a list of top pages ordered default by affinity. So this is the likelihood that your audience is going to like a given page compared to everyone on Facebook. So if it's a high affinity, then there's going to be a lot of overlap between, say, your page, Church Leeds, and the Dirty Disco. So you can kind of sort these by audience. You can sort them by Facebook size. You sort them by affinity. And the audience column, this is kind of estimated. It's like an estimated number of users who like both your page and this page. So the Facebook column is the estimated number of users who are regularly active and like that page. So you can also look at the location and activities tab to see which countries and cities your audience tends to be active in, as well as how regularly they're online on the activity tab. And it's best to spend some time in Audience Insights to build an idea of who your target audience is. Every time I get access to a new page, the first thing I'll do is kind of jump in the Audience Insights and find out more about the audience, what pages they like, how old they are, and where they live. So if, say, you want to say I've exhausted all the custom audiences on this page, then I might create a broad audience based on pages that are targeted. So let's find if some of these work. So as you can see, you know, it's not 100%. It's the way that it works with the Facebook API, especially for like certain smaller pages. You know, it's best going quite broad with this. Like I've just chose Gottwood Festival. That one worked. Let's just see if there's any more. See, gorilla, that's going to be too broad because it's just going to be the word gorilla. Let's see if we can find any more. So Darius Sorosian. So yeah, I can target him. So that one works. Detlef. Not quite. Eastern Electrics. See, that works. The Warehouse Project. You know, Jackmaster. Trinity Leeds. So Leeds Trinity University. So you see, you've kind of got that audience there of 440,000 people now. So as this was like a venue in Leeds, so you wanted to refine that to Leeds. You then have, you know, you've got this fresh new audience of 68,000 people. Say you wanted to target younger people, 49,000. So that's a good audience. It's a good new audience to work with if you've kind of excluded and exhausted all that data already. So that's kind of audience insights. You know, get used to it. Play around with putting interest in here as well. Say if I wanted to go even further, I could put in just an interest that we've kind of already selected, and then find even more pages that are affiliated with that. As you can see, there's a few more that load up. It's good to, you know, combine this with lookalike audiences. So use all your custom audience data, then create, say, a lookalike audience as well as a broad interest audience, and from there, you know, you constantly have this new influx of users to target your events to.